park. Here's Noah. Thank you. Thank you. And Will. Well, we are in the swing of holiday season, which is the great time of year, except for, of course, the boys and girls who have birthdays this month.
We are 15 days away from Christmas.
And 66 days from Valentine's.
And 222 days from National Ice Cream Day.
And you there in the studio look very festive today, wearing green, red, and the guy in the front, I think he's Die Hard, but that's debatable.
Now, we highly suggest the audience tonight to laugh.
That's right, because if you don't, you might end up like this guy.
This is for cheating and
Welcome to our warm, comforting studio. We have an exciting episode for you this evening, so grab some hot cocoa and gather around the fire for hilarious festivities.
I'm drinking a nice brown blend from Lawrence Hall. A pipe burst earlier from the bathroom, and now a brown water is flooding my entire dorm. It makes some nice hot cocoa for sure.
Oh my God.
You can really taste the Thanksgiving poops. Oh, look! Someone didn't digest all of it. I think it's a piece of turkey.
The hot cocoa isn't the only great thing about the holidays. There's Santa, presents, and most importantly, family. Do you have any family traditions?
Nothing too grand than the typical gift exchange, along with going to the local mall and loudly chatting about Santa. From existing in front of every children we find. I have a whole slide presentation and its extreme amounts of evidence on why he isn't real. It's a good transition, though.
Well, my favorite family tradition is the poems. My family and I write poems for each other. We put all of our names on pieces of paper, put them in a hat, and pick each other randomly to write a poem about. I haven't finished mine yet, but my brother sent me his early, so it's only fitting to have a little Christmas literature. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Except for two people who needed some air. What I'm trying to say, your wife and I had an affair. We rented a motel and snuggled in bed, while visions of passion and love were bled. And your kids were at home in bed for a winter's nap, so your wife could rent a room and get away from your crap. Now, your wife is asking for the pencil and paper. She has more to say before we leave, and I take her. Hey, honey, you should know something. I hate to be brash, but your breath smells, I hate your laugh, and your face is trash. This short poem is my way of letting you know I'm taking the kids and we're gonna go. Don't follow us nor call and visit. Stay here. I'm leaving for love and choosing to disappear. Our marriage is dying. I am so sick to call you my husband, you relentless d***. Well, let's move on with the show. We're almost done, so let's wrap it up.
We just started.
It's gonna be a long night.
Don't go anywhere. We got some cheery segments coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Linda!
Prepare for a hilarious experience.
Swankle pole.
They used to eat groundhogs on Groundhog's Day.
Yes, we are still in the foot fetish fiasco of last June.
Welcome to hell!
You're so right. Yeah, audience, what do you think? You like both of us?
A show hilariously dying to say,
Welcome back to Late Night Snooze.
Welcome back, snoozers.
Welcome to Late Night Snooze.
Welcome back to Late Night Snooze.
Please stay awake for
Welcome back, folks.
So, folks, Christmas is right around the corner, and you know what that means? Red, white, green everywhere. It's like someone threw up a Christmas tree and all over the place. But hey, this year, you might see a little bit mix of a little pink.
Yes, that's right. Wicked is hitting theaters just in time for the holidays. And let me tell you, the theater kids will be flying into those theaters faster than a bunch of flying monkeys. They'll be swarming in there, ready to snatch up poor Toto. Sad face.
Well, if we get into the Wicked talk, we'll defy gravity. We'll definitely do that later when we do the Rudolph contest. That's right. So stay tuned for that.
Hello.
Hi there. Funny briefcase you got there.
It's a suitcase.
Right on the table.
Yeah,
You better move that cup. He's just gonna knock it out.
make yourself at home.
That's right. Christmas lights.
Oh, are you all right? Can you hot cocoa perhaps?
Look at the outfit. He does not look all right. All right.
Oh my God.
I mean, who gives a fuck about the Christmas stuff, but
Strong accent. I know that accent.
I have to do it, right?
Yeah, hey, dude,
hope
gotta
you do.
keep on moving. Yeah. Can can we help you?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't help her.
Yeah, we'll sit here.
You will, and we'll look good doing it. Dandies.
So how ooh, hey. Ooh, that's me. Hey. So how
Something.
how long's this looking to take? We're kind of
No, come on.
I have to do it, right?
yeah.
Well, I'm not doing it.
I'm a
Here, let me
Christmas stuff and decorations.
oh my gosh. I'm a big fan of this new scarf you gave me. Yeah, it's very.
Well, we certainly had a fun semester, haven't we? With that, I like to.
Warte. Enough of all this Weihnachtstier. Not everyone ends up with a nice list, you know.
And who are you?
I am Krampus. Silly man.
No idea who that is.
Yeah, sorry, man. We don't have a clue.
I am Krampus. I take the Busa-Kinder to a deep, dark place and punish them. You must have heard of me.
No, we do gentle parenting now.
Okay, again with this gentle parenting. Kids these days don't know what a stick to the paw feels like.
Okay, why are you here anyways?
I am here. For dich.
For me, why?
I saw your internet search history. Why don't you go to the Real World and look for big booty Latinas out there?
No, please, I'm sorry. Don't take me to hell.
I'm not taking you to hell.
What? Where then?
I'm taking you to Bavaria.
No, please, that's worse. Anything but that. Please, no, please. I swear, I'll never do it again.
It is much, much worse.
I'll use incognito. How do you think Santa makes it around the world all in one night?
Is reindeer a doy?
I don't buy it.
Come on. I mean, he has a whole routine down. It's like science right now.
Merry Christmas! December 26th! I missed Christmas! Holy shit!
Welcome, snoozers, to the first annual Rudolph Lookalike Contest. Today, we have 3 contestants competing and win your vote to see who looks the most like our beloved red-nosed reindeer, and more importantly, wins a luxurious dinner with Santa Claus! So let's meet our 3 contestants. Our first contestant grew up in northern Pennsylvania. He was relentlessly bullied by his peers for having rosacea. Just like our favorite reindeer was bullied for his iconic red nose. I guess red noses are the hot thing these days.
Dude, how the hell did you know about that? No one was supposed to know about that.
A good MC never reveals his secrets, good sir. Now let's move on to contestant number 2. Our second contestant grew up in this part of Michigan, where she participated in something called the Reindeer Games. I tried looking it up on the internet, but couldn't find a single trace of these so-called games. Are they real? Are they fictional? Let's ask contestant number 2.
Hi, Will. So basically the reindeer games are when you get a bunch of little kids to fight each other in the snow, and then they get all brown and from the mud, you know, so they look like reindeer. And then you get those kids to pull a big fat guy on a sled while they throw boxes at the other kids.
Is that legal?
There's a reason you can't find it on the internet.
Right. Let's just move on to our third contestant. Coming from a Big Lots warehouse is contestant number 3. This cute but not so cuddly decoration is a perfect replica of our favorite caribou Rudolph. What do you have to say about that, contestant number 3? Thank you, 24-inch light-up Rudolph. Now it's your turn, audience. When I point to a contestant, you give your loudest applause and cheers to the contestant you believe should win. Let's start with contestant number 1.
You suck as a host. You should be in the workshops with Santa's elves, you short little man.
Oh, that was much. I mean, we're like the same. It doesn't matter. Oh, let's move on to contestant number 2.
What? I'm the reigning champ of the reindeer games. Look at my muscles.
Oh my god, how old are you?
Old enough to kick your ass.
All right, well, let's move on to contestant number 3. Well, it seems to me there's a clear winner of not only the contest, but a luxurious dinner with Santa Claus. Anything you'd like to say about your win, 24-inch light-up Rudolph?
It's just so inspirational.
Thank you for tuning in, snoozers. Tune in next time for the Cupid Matchmaking Competition.
Welcome to Late Night Court. I'll be your judge.
And I'm your stenographer. I wanted one of those old-timey typewriters they use in the movies, but Our imaginary budget couldn't get to it, so I have to write every single word, and I was hoping we could talk a little bit slower.
No time for that. Our lovely audience will pose as the jury today. However, in late night court, I have the final say. Let's bring out the first case of the sand. Bailiff? Okay. Case number 4509. State your name.
Grandma.
Dasher's lawyer present. See what I did there?
Alrighty, let's get started. It says here that Grandma's got ran over by a reindeer. Is that correct?
Yes, I was walking home from my son's house on Christmas Eve.
With 6 shots of eggnog. You have to understand, this woman was going through several bottles of nog. Her family said she was stumbling a little when leaving the house.
Yeah, but as I was walking, this hoof came flying from the sky and hit me on the head. I was on the sidewalk going at a slow pace and it all went to black.
And it says here Dasher has 7 hits and runs.
Okay, those are merely accidents. My client has a good, pure heart.
Could everyone please talk a bit slower? You know, it's just hard to write so fast.
It also says he has 12 DUIs, 2 felonies, and 4 unpaid parking tickets.
Sounds like a president. But that couldn't be my client. That couldn't be my client.
I've seen enough. Grandma will be compensated fairly. Next case. Case number 823,190. State your name.
McDonald and Gingy, representing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
State your case.
Can we please slow down?
So our client is demanding $5,000 and 200 candy canes for compensation for workplace harassment.
Our client was verbally abused by his coworker for, quote, a biological deformation, end quote. In fact, our client faced physical trauma as the reindeer claimed to do a hazing ritual, but in reality, they ended up doing something much worse.
Look at it! Look at it! He's noseless!
A red nose is no laughing matter. For that, our client has decided to offer another compensation for all of Santa's reindeer to face the death penalty.
Rudolph would like to see their bodies cold as they burn in the sacred fires of the underworld.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas to Rudolph. Moving on to case number 2. The Children v. Santa Claus.
Santa?
Unfortunately, Santa is unable to make it to the case, so for now, we will hear the prostitutes tell their side. Would you believe?
Generic kid name?
What's your case?
We're representing the kids of America and the world who have caught a vicious man making out with people he shouldn't. Marriages were broken because of Mr. Claus's reckless behavior, and not only does he have affairs with mothers, but also fathers as well. Homosexuality wasn't on their list, but they got it anyway. It's all thanks to Mr. Claus. I pray that there is a moment where everyone in this world can enjoy a moment of peace. Families deserve stability and not intruders into our zone of comfort. Hopefully, there is a day where we won't have to say, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus!
Wow, that's a lot about this Mr. Claus. It's a shame how things turned out. We'll have more to say on it as it progresses. Did you get all that?
What do you think?
Well, alrighty then. This has been Late Night Court. We'll be right back.
back.
We hope you're feeling the holiday spirit.
Are you feeling it?
Let's head over back to Sarah and Berkeley.
Snoozers, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Berkeley.
And welcome to the not recently renamed, because it's totally been called this the entire time, Late Night Update.
As the season of thanks comes to a close, we can finally feel free to drop the act and be our natural hater selves.
Let me start by saying I hate everything on the news.
Me too. I hate it. It sucks.
Who wants it?
Who needs it?
So, as a derealization of every student attending a liberal arts college snowballs out of control, we're switching it up to the end of the year.
So welcome to Late Night Update, Holiday Edition.
Let's get into the headlines. Santa Claus, tax fraud, underground reindeer fight club, drug trafficking. The answer could surprise you.
Santa Claus in some hot water recently after a tape was released of a jolly man canoodling with singer Eartha Kitt back in the 1970s.
This scandal came to light amidst the internal investigation currently being done by the North Pole Secret Santa into alleged dangerous working conditions in the toy factory.
Now, the Elf Union has been putting up a good fight at the picket line, but the final straw fell a month ago after Schmingus Dingle, a worker on the 7th floor in the Pet Gifts quadrant, was crushed to death by a hippopotamus, starting an uproar of riots and whistleblowers up the chain of command.
But after the Eartha Kitt tape was released to the public, it was Mrs. Claus who decided to release Santa's bank and tax statements, where undisclosed funds, in the millions, were paid to Santa Claus by the Coca-Cola Company. The reason for these payments are still unknown, but they are listed in the documents as snow. Both Santa Claus and the Diet Coke polar bear haven't been seen since.
And the luck keeps getting worse for St. Nick, as Dancer, Prancer, and Comet are in critical condition at Kringle Hospital this morning following the breaking up of an underground fight club called the Reindeer Games. And the most famous of them all, Rudolph, was the upstanding citizen that tipped off authorities about the club's existence.
Oh, guess he was mad he wasn't invited.
He is now in witness protection.
Oh, this is just the tip of the iceberg going into this crazy month at the North Pole, and critics are skeptical if Santa Claus will be able to fulfill his yearly duty come Christmas Eve with authorities and red tape surrounding the jolly man. Oh, he must be feeling the pressure like never before, the world caving in.
Sorry. Breaking news, we're just getting this now. Yes, I'm being told Santa's dead.
Moving on. TikTok users everywhere are going crazy for a resurfaced video of Barron Trump stating, "I like my suitcase." Please welcome Barron Trump's suitcase.
Hello!
Oh, hi, Barron Trump's suitcase.
I thought it was a briefcase.
Oh no, everyone called me a suitcase for so long. Seems I turned into one.
Well, suitcase, how are you handling all the fame?
It's been fabulous. The Trump family is always in the news. It feels good to be the most important one for once. I mean, what other significant news is there with them right now?
Maybe Donald winning president-elect?
Old news. Now it's all suitcase.
Do you have any plans for the holidays?
Well, Barron was meant to take me to Mar-a-Lago to see his father for Christmas, but I woke up yesterday to Melania stuffing me with Christmas decorations and crying. Do I look like a trash can?
Thank you for coming. Suitcase, do you have any last words?
Be sure to stream I Like My Suitcase across all platforms. Mwah! Goodbye, goodbye.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope your holidays are as festive as ours here in the studio. Now, before we end the show, we'd like to look back at the good times, the lovely times we shared together at Snooze. So many musical guests to accompany a visit down memory lane. So please welcome our musical very guest,
Leandro.
Mashed potatoes with celery on the side, some peanut butter on them, some raisins take a ride. That's ants on a log. You remember it from way back when? Back in elementary school. I don't like ants on a log. Late night snooze. Christmas episode. A Ferrari. It drives down the road and crashes into a tree. A branch spills. There were ants on the log.